Every morning before sunrise, my wheat fields shimmer like golden oceans, 1,200 acres of wind-kissed grain stretching beyond the horizon. That's my pride, my legacy, and my livelihood. But one person didn't see it that way. Her name was Karen, of course, president of the HOA, part-time fitness enthusiast, and full-time neighborhood menace. She had this daily routine. At exactly 6:30 a.m., she'd drive her silver Range Rover straight through my wheat field because, according to her, the dirt road takes too long and messes up my suspension. She used my wheat field as a shortcut. The first time I caught her, I thought it was an accident. I walked up to her car, waving my arms. She rolled her window down just enough to talk without letting the dust in. "Morning, Mr. Walker," she said sweetly. "You really should pave these paths. They're not very community-friendly." I blinked. "Karen, this isn't a path. You're driving through my crop." She smiled, revved the engine, and said, "It's a free country." Then she drove off, leaving behind a 50-foot trail of crushed wheat. That was the moment I knew. This wasn't ignorance. It was arrogance. Over the next week, I tried everything. Polite warnings, private property signs, even an orange construction barrier. Karen just ignored them all. Once, she actually moved my sign out of the way, muttering something about improving property values. Then came the breaking point. I woke up one morning to see tire tracks cutting clean through my irrigation line. A dozen rows of wheat flattened. Thousands of dollars gone in one morning. I took a deep breath, looked over at the fence line, and smiled. It was time to introduce Karen to Tank. Tank isn't just a bull. He's the bull. A massive, 2,400-pound heritage breed with horns like scythes and a personality that can best be described as unimpressed by humans. Normally, Tank roams his own section of the ranch, but for this special occasion, I decided to let him graze near the Karen highway that cut through my wheat. I also might have moved the gate just a little closer to her shortcut, for convenience. The next morning, right on schedule, Karen's SUV came bouncing across the field. I stood by the fence, coffee in hand, waiting. Then I heard it, the low, thunderous bellow of a bull that just got woken up by a 2-ton machine trespassing in his breakfast zone. Tank lowered his head, pawed the dirt, and charged. Karen slammed the brakes, eyes wide as dinner plates. The bull hit the front of her SUV like a freight train, horns scraping the bumper. She screamed, threw it in reverse, and tried to back out. But Tank followed, snorting and ramming until she was stuck against the fence. I could barely hold back laughter. I walked over, keeping a safe distance, and said, "Morning, Karen. Meet Tank. He doesn't like trespassers much." "Call him off," she shrieked. "He's just expressing his property rights," I said. The sheriff showed up 20 minutes later. Karen was ranting about dangerous livestock and vehicular assault by animal. The sheriff, who knows me well, took one look at the wrecked SUV and said, "Ma'am, you realize you were trespassing on private farmland?" Karen folded her arms. "It's not private. The HOA voted to allow access." The sheriff sighed. "The HOA can't override property ownership, ma'am. You're lucky Tank didn't flip the car." He turned to me. "You pressing charges, Walker?" I smiled. "Nah, I think Tank already made my point." But it wasn't over. Karen tried to sue me for damages to her car. Problem was, the county investigator reviewed the incident and discovered her GPS logs, which showed 2 months of her driving through my fields daily. That made it a criminal trespassing pattern. She not only lost the case, she was ordered to pay $35,000 in crop damages and fined by the county for environmental negligence. And get this, she had to attend a rural property etiquette workshop. A week after the ruling, she came by one last time. No car this time. She walked up to the gate, humble as a church mouse. "Mr. Walker," she said quietly, "I just wanted to apologize." I nodded. "Apology accepted. But if you ever cut across my field again," I pointed to Tank, who was chewing grass nearby, staring at her like he remembered her bumper, "you can explain it to him yourself." She gulped and left without another word. Now, Every morning, I sip my coffee by the fence and watch Tank graze peacefully where Karen once drove. The wheat has grown back strong, thick, golden, and beautiful. And if you ever visit my ranch, you'll see a new sign at the edge of the field: private property. Trespassers will be introduced to Tank.